Good morning, everybody. This is Dear Mama Sal on a chilly Monday morning, and yet the temperature is 4 degrees in Canadian, which would be about 40, and I'm sitting here in southern British Columbia. It feels much colder, I have to tell you, but then I think there was a frost and it's just warming up from there now. So, although there wasn't frost on my windshield, there was the leftover of frost on the windshield, if you know what I mean. So, a very chilly Monday morning. Oops. Don't like it when the traffic lights are not in sync with me in the mornings. I don't know if you realize, but I had my windshield wipers going and they were not squeaking. And so thankful would be my word for that. Thankful because Dana very kindly gave me some information that Rick managed to suss out, Rick being Nana's husband, managed to suss out about the squeaky windshield wipers. And for those of you who have them or know somebody who does, I did a quick video for it, which you will find on the YouTube site. Just really, sometimes you just need the right information. I cannot tell you how much money I have wasted on windshield wipers. And if I had known this, I could have saved quite a bit of money. But I didn't. And now I do. So I am very thankful for that. The weekend update is actually peaceful, more than thankful. I really felt very peaceful this weekend, and I must say that there are not many weekends where I come out of it feeling at peace. And I just had a very restful, creative, achieving weekend. And that's a very nice combination. I didn't sort of stress out about anything. I was determined to do my living room windows inside and out. Luckily I have a balcony, so I wasn't hanging outside the window in case anybody thinks that. I have a first floor living room, and you cannot believe the dirt in that living room window. It's absolutely amazing how much dirt there can be both inside and out in 6 months. So, but the good news is most of it's gone, and I know that I will want to do a couple more. One more time, but quite a bit's gone. And then, you know, I was truly aware of how lucky I was, and this is the first time this has been an issue for me for some reason. Can you imagine what it would have been like if I'd been smoking? What those windows would have looked like, or the door frames, or that's what I now remember, is how disgusting they were. And I definitely do not miss that. The orange sludge that I used to get off my windows. Anyway, it was what it was, right? Now I just have other stuff. Which I guess is leftover grease. I don't know what causes that amount of dirt on a window. I understand what causes it on the outside, but they're really quite a film on the inside. And I can only presume that cooking grease gets there somehow, and it's amazing because I nearly always have my blinds down on that window to protect my furniture. So we'll see. But it was interesting. In terms of updates on the peeps, we had Paul let us know about his scan that he had, and he did a great job. He actually decided to vlog a lot of it, going there and the machine and everything else, which I thought was a brilliant idea. And I have to give him 10 out of 10 for doing something that got him thinking about, talking about how he was feeling. And that is a really, really clever thing to do, Paul, and all credit to you if you actually get to watch this. I also want to thank all those who supported him last week, because you did an awesome job as well, and you all know who you are. And you just have to listen to people, and you hear how grateful they are for the support they're getting. I also want to mention that Chloe will have had, I think, her operation by now, but we haven't heard yet how it went. And Chloe, I hope everything went well for you, and that we will get to find out how you're doing. Thanks to everybody again who've been supporting Chloe. She sent a lovely little video to us. I think I put it up on the Facebook page. If I didn't, please let me know. But it was a really... Maybe I didn't. Second thoughts. I don't know. Anyways, it was really a very, very cute video. I will put it up this evening if I haven't. And yeah, the more I think about it, the more I don't think I did. I got a little bit carried away. Anyway, it was a really nice how much she thanked the Dear Mama Sal peeps for all their support, which I thought was really very kind of her. And she obviously was very fragile at the time that she recorded it, and your heart had to go out to her. So hopefully we will have good news very, very soon to be able to add on to the end of that. And I look forward to that. We had a surprise visit from Madame Robot this weekend, which was nice. She was back. And deeply concerned about everybody, so that was awesome. We really appreciate that one. And we had Britt back from his vacation. It turned out the reason he'd been gone for so long was his computer had a problem. So we were pleased to see him back in his usual good spirits. For those of you who know Farmer, really, he managed to slip and fall in his bathroom and hit his bathtub rim and break 3 ribs. Wow, so he isn't laughing too much at the moment, that's for sure. And if any of you have broken ribs, as I have, you know just how painful that is. So we wish him a speedy recovery, that's for sure. We hear that Louisiana Laurie is doing really well, thanks to her sister Jocelyn, who's there helping. But it sounds like things are definitely moving in the right direction from Laurie at the moment. We're absolutely happy about that. We heard from Robin that she's doing pretty good, and Lou doesn't, I think I mentioned last week, Lou's operation is now in December 6th, I think. Let me think, who else? It'll probably come to me as I go through the week. But basically, a big round of applause to all the Dear Mama Sal peeps. Oh, Kerry, by the way. Kerry's definitely going to therapy this week. And Alice, oh gosh, that was so funny. You sort of had to be there, but it was really funny because we're trying to encourage Alice to go and find out what the story is about her apartment block. You know, a corner of it fell down a couple of weeks ago, and apparently there is a deal going on for the various tenants. Well, Alice doesn't have her deal in place, so we've really encouraged her to go and get things sorted out, because I think the reason that she's not going is she's scared she's not going to get her deposit back, and she needs that deposit to do the Vegas trip. So we told her to stop being scared and go and find out. And we were talking about that, you know, she said she could do it Monday or Tuesday, so we called that Muse Day. So if you ever hear us talk about Muse Day, it would be somewhere around Monday, Tuesday, we're not sure which. With the emphasis, if you notice, on the Ooze Day. I just thought it was so cute. I think it was Becca that came up with it, or was it Becca? Anyway, it was very fun. If it wasn't Becca, tell me who it was. It was really, really cute, and obviously another bit of jargon for Dear Mama Sal peeps on the broadcast. Muse Day. I loved it. It really appealed to me. And perhaps most of all this weekend, I had a lot of fun with my new gizmo, the halogen oven. My particular version of it is the Big Boss, because I know it goes under different names. I think it's called the Sultan in England, and it's very similar to the New Wave, if you've seen those. Anyway, it's one of those machines that, you know, you've seen on TV and you wonder, yeah, right, does it really work? Well, yeah, it does. So this weekend, I probably did more cooking in the last few days than I've done in a long time. Let me think, what did I cook this weekend? Everything from what did I cook? Come on, seriously. I cooked a vegetarian meal. No, I cooked spare ribs. Then I also did pork chops, which just happened to be the next thing that I pulled out of the freezer. I did cupcakes, which was fun, and I did chicken, breaded chicken, deep fried breaded chicken without the frying, and that'll be up in a couple of days. Oh, that was tasty. That was really tasty. And I hear something, it's really funny because I don't cook chicken a lot. And the reason I don't is I spent my life as a professional speaker, and so much of my life anyway. And I want to tell you, you eat more chicken doing that job than you can imagine. You know, you do more dinners and lunch times, because, you know, I was a guest speaker after dinner or after lunch. You eat more chicken than you can imagine, and that's why they call it the rubber chicken circuit, because they know you're going to be eating an awful lot of rubber chicken. In other words, very rubbery chicken, and that's what speaking tours are called for that reason. So And I haven't done breaded chicken in so long. I mean, I can't remember the last time I did it, but it seemed like the right thing to do. And it was. Now, the other thing I did in this thing was yams. Yam fries. I will be doing those again. I will be doing those again in a heartbeat, in fact. Because they tasted deep fried and they weren't. So, yeah, very, very good. So, overall impression up until the end of week 1 is not a waste of money. However, I've probably eaten more meat in the last 5 days or 4 days, whatever it is, 5 days, than I've eaten in quite a while, because I don't normally eat meat every day. But it's been an absolute pleasure. And the next thing that comes into play will be the new slow cooker. Because that's been sitting on the floor because I haven't quite worked out where I'm going to put it. Because it does take up quite a bit of room. So I need to do a bit of rearranging to work out a good place to put it, which is doable. So it was very creative in that way. I think the thing about the halogen oven that continues to surprise me is that it cooks beautifully from frozen in 30 to 40 minutes. Now, there's something about being able to put it in a complete meal and just leaving it. Knowing it's not going to dry out, that's the other thing. And one of the things I was saying, I kept asking myself, would this do as well in a toaster oven? And Robin wrote to me and said, absolutely not. Toaster ovens definitely dry out food. So why doesn't this dry out food? I don't know. But I have not cooked anything in it yet, touch wood. Got some wood trim here somewhere. There we go. I haven't cooked anything on that thing yet that's come out dry. They've all come out moist, so really interesting. I would definitely say the most surprising was the very first thing I cooked, which was the ribs. Actually, I lie. That wasn't the very first thing I cooked. The very first night I put French fries in. Now that I think about it. Yeah, they were very good too. So far, I was stunned by the spare ribs and also by the chicken. Now, I must admit, I made my own crunchy breaded you know what I'm talking about, coating for the chicken, and it was good and crunchy and very, very tasty. Everybody, all my guinea pigs, we actually have now named the three of us. As you know, I do these major experiments for the Sunday meal that I do for Yvonne, Wade and myself, and they're now called the guinea pig meals. But apparently all of the guinea pigs were very happy with the results. And what we did notice, and that was interesting, we did notice that I did some of the yams in the toaster oven, because that's also convection. And there's no doubt about it that some of those yams, in the same time, overcooked. You know, were deeply suntanned, let's put it that way. Whereas the ones in the New Wave were just perfect. I mean, they were crispy and done beautifully. Very exciting. I have now found out that we can also do seafood, and so we might consider doing some of that very soon. And even fish and chips we might try. So you can tell that this is something that has inspired us all to sort of stretch our boundaries as to what we might like to eat, which I think is really cute. Because we spent most of the meal trying to think of ideas of things that we could try, that we hadn't had for a while. So, very, very nice. All right, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful week.